here doing to the granny? What were I? Oh yeah, of course.
So we're going to do Get Talk Chinwag. I'm renaming it though. That's part of my news. So,
well, that was a fast news. Well done.
Another part of the news is the new base parts. What do you think, Zino?
Well, when I get there, I'll let you know. What am I looking at? Oh, that thing. That's pretty. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Hold on. I'm trying to get up the hill. I only see, it looks like a Christmas ornament from a very far perspective. Hold on. I'm almost there.
Chunky.
God,
parts.
why'd you have to make it so far away, Granny? God, why? Oh, God.
I haven't finished this build, but...
Oh, God, there's another hill?
Hey, look at that. I made a Gek fireplace.
No, you're in Skyrim. I'm pretty sure of it. Oh. I'm almost there. Just see a Christmas ornament. Oh, my God, I walked through it. Hi. I'm on your roof. My bad.
You're on my roof?
Yeah. You know how it goes. Wahoo! Ow! I'm good.
It's nice parts, isn't it?
What the hell are you?
Eh?
Okay, you're a sandworm, apparently.
Yes.
So... Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gek Talk and Granny's Chinwag, which she's going to rename. She'll tell you that, right? Like right now, or something like that.
Why haven't I got my Gek gear on? That's really
that's
concerning.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, I'm
okay,
levitating. My bad.
Sorry. Just have to get changed. I'll be back.
Okay, man.
Yeah, there he is. That looks all right. Hello there.
Hey, Granny.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Yes, I feel much better now. Isn't it nice that they've fixed these chairs?
Yes. I mean, our legs
It
are still
really
a little
is.
kooky still, but yeah, I'll take it. I don't care. That's okay. As long as we're actually finally sitting in it, that's good. You know, at least they gave us Gek some love. Even if our legs are a little wonky.
So welcome everyone to our lovely talk.
Heck yeah.
And I thought that we might do news and then go to some questions that have been asked by viewers. Anything you can think of, Zino?
Yes. I am currently working with my resolution because nomanssky just can't fix their stuff. Okay, so it's not desirable, but it's wow, I just cannot get it back to whatever it used to be. You know what I mean? Oh God, it just keeps getting bigger, Granny. Oh God, why does it keep getting bigger? So, welcome to Gek Talk. I'm gonna have a little bit of a rant here because I was just dealing with my resolution. Every time I boot up my game, it does not save my resolution. So, recording this game for me is impossible. But anyway, we're good now.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had a lot of problem with it.
That must be nice.
I did. Actually, afterwards, part 2, it did go wacko, and I had to go and reset all my settings for graphics.
That's different though, right? Like, they did do graphical updates, so that only makes sense.
Yes.
But I'm not hearing anyone complaining about resolution. I'm having issues with the actual genuine screen size. As you know, I do play in letterbox, which means there's a border around it.
Yeah.
Because of just how my recording software is formatted, that is the best one. However, every time I boot up this game, it's always in a different shape. And it's never to my recording software's needed values. So I'm always custom adjusting this, and it's just I don't really, thank God I'm not an actual like authentic content creator for nomanssky, and this has not happened to Granny, because like, trust me, I think she'd be throwing her computer out the window.
It only happens to me in EverQuest.
No, but you got that fixed, and it only
it
was and yeah, it did because of the client change though that time, and the original was more trying to figure out what happened. But once you got adjusted, it stayed.
So it just keeps every time, like it doesn't hold.
Yeah, it literally does not. It does not save the changes. I can't figure out why. It does it with soon as I adjust it, each game load, But as soon as I drop the client at all, it just goes to a random resolution. Sometimes it's so big that I have to keep panning the game over to find it. So
if anyone else has that, let us know in the comments.
Oh, please.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Since Worlds Part 1, for me, it's been an adventure.
Oh,
that could make its own Gek talk or just nothing but Gek rant at that point. But anyway, Granny, so what are we going to be discussing today?
Well, we've got some news, and that is, of course, we've got the new base parts. I'll just zoom out, and wow, awesome.
A bubbly
Really,
Skyrim.
really like it. And what a beautiful planet to have this on.
Oh, yeah,
Amazing.
absolutely.
So I'm very, very, keen on these base parts. It took me a little while to build this because I had to, work out the best way to use them.
Yeah,
and they
people.
put together slightly differently to,
traditional.
they're interesting. They're not snap parts, but they almost work like free placement, but different again to free placement.
Do you feel it's a better system than free placement, or do you feel free placement was probably a better method, but that's just what you had to work with? What do you feel?
Both got their pluses and minuses. As you can see there, you can use the Y toggle mode. I guess it's like a kaleidoscope down there.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, for your methods, yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like them. And they look lovely at night. So there's that big news. The other news is that I cracked it. I finally got over 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah, that is... Oh, God, that was amazing. And I've been there...
Yeah.
Well, maybe not at the very get-go, because, I met you, way later, I think.
I think I had about 250 when we met, and when you joined my Discord.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been... I know you said, after you crack 100, it makes it easier or something like that. Well, I mean, we could figure out the date almost with your EverQuest character, funny enough. It's we met, and then we tried different games together just to see, and then I think that character's very close to when we started actually becoming friends, genuinely. But I can't remember the actual milestone number. That's the only problem I'm having right now.
I can't remember. But, it was a while ago.
Two, at least more than 2, but we don't know if it's 3. It could have been 3.
It's taken a while, and I didn't start the channel to become a popular YouTuber. I started it because I was tutoring some kids with maths, and they got into No Man's Sky. And the reason I suggested it to them was because they were having trouble sleeping, and some of them had anxiety, and so I asked them what they were playing. They were playing a lot of shoot 'em up games, and I said, yeah, I like those games in moderation, but they get a bit old,
Yeah.
And I said, there's a really great game that's really creative and interesting. It's called No Man's Sky, and they gave it a go, and a lot of them said that they were sleeping better and not feeling as anxious, and they got quite hooked. But then they asked me all these questions about how to do this and how to do that. So I made the videos for them because I didn't have time to explain to them when we were meant to be working, how to do things. So that's why I started the channel, and my interest in it just grew from there. So there you go. That's what happened. It's just like a natural kind of progression. I'm not a fantastic... Yeah, I'm not a great gamer. I don't know everything. I don't think anyone knows everything about this game. Because I keep finding new things.
I know there's space in it.
3,000 hours of playing it, and I still have things I haven't done yet. Ridiculous.
When I met her, she was mostly in the building scene, because that's what her channel is mostly about, obviously, like you just said. I remember dragging her to the void, that poor woman. That poor woman.
Before you met me, I was really into ship hunting and multi-tool hunting, though. I love that too. But once I got building, you know, and making videos and editing them, I didn't really have time for actual authentic ship hunting. I don't mean finding them on Reddit. I mean, there's a whole process to ship hunting, and it's a real interesting thing to do.
Yeah, she knows how to do all that. I have to admit, I used Reddit.
I've forgotten
Well,
most of it
actually,
now.
no, not my Sentinel ship, okay? When they were implemented, like, I guess the patch or whatever, update or what it is, more or less, once the Sentinel ships were a thing, of course, I didn't know about that. I just so happened to be battling a freighter because I'm naughty like that. Blew up a perfectly good freighter, and then I got some kind of AI thing, and I was like, oh, okay, this must be a rare drop. Hit the E button, because, you know, I don't read patch notes. And then whatever was the nearest ship, I landed, and it was a space tank. I was happy. That was the extent of my ship adventures. The end. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, well, we all play this game differently.
Oh yeah, Granny
And
really gets into it. I just surface walk everything. It's amazing.
another thing I will talk about is this is sort of a discussion-y thing, not news, but you know, I think if you don't like duping in the game, that's really fine. I've got saves where I don't use any duping and stuff because I like to explore all aspects of this game. And to me, the exploits in the game are really fun to explore, you know,
That's
and
because the devs allow it. You know what I mean? Like
that's right.
They're not saying, "Hey, we don't want this." Now, a lot of other games, it would actually destroy it. This one, it is fair game, genuinely. So, like, it depends on the game. But in this one, yeah, it's fine. You know what I mean? Because like they're okay with it, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I've got saves that have varying degrees of exploits, you know, but it's really fun actually to do. And, you know, if you're kind of only playing it vanilla on one save, it's sort of, you miss out on a lot of that, you know, you really do. But everyone to their own. And that's the beauty of this game. So many ways to play it. It's really
Well, that's the
interesting
sandbox
that
part
way.
of it, you know. So
Yeah. So what other news have we got? Oh, I know what we did this morning, Zino. We didn't play with Professor Cynical, but we were a part of a panel, weren't we?
yeah, it's like a Gek talk, but his variant of it. I mean, it was a cynical talk, right? Like, it was awesome. Like that was so energized. I loved it. Everyone was super chill. Of course, it was mostly between Good Guys Free and a guild mesh, because it was actually really funny because we actually had a couple non-nomansskyers in that thing, and it was given like real answers. You know what I mean? It's not just you know, people who's like centric about the game. It's also people outside the game that was looking in and doing, you know, like they were partaking in it. It was really good. I liked it.
Because we were judging the space boots, weren't we? We were looking at all the boots and
yep.
giving
That's
our
why it was
opinions
hilarious.
on them.
I was like totally in for that. I was like, yep, we're doing this. This is amazing.
And the different feet and the flippers. It was so much fun. Go and have a look at it on Professor Cynical's channel because it was really cool.
Oh, I was already going to link it once he gets the video to drop. I was going to link it to this because technically, well, we brushed up on it. So
yeah, that's
you know
a good idea.
Like, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just waiting for it whenever it actually manifests, and then I'll put it in there. I am a channel that is not meant for educational purposes. It's like, hey, there's a really long video. I'm going to watch it and fall asleep to it. You know what I mean? Like, just the wholesomeness in the background. That's about it.
It's always amusing, Zino.
Oh god. No, Granny, you haven't seen the stuff I just saw in that last video. Oh god, that was fun. I won't get off topic too much, but oh my god. I was dying laughing so hard. I couldn't breathe. Of course it was content warning, you know it.
Oh, I love content warning. There's one other piece of news that I can think of. You know, I've got Granny's Chinwag. I'm changing the name of it to Get Dork's Talk, right? It's very hard to say.
It is.
And
That's why I called Geck Talk, because as much as I want the dork in there, I just can't roll it off my tongue
I'm doing it because you inspired me.
to be a dork, yes.
How did it come about?
You're like, we're Gecks. I'm like, yeah, because we're a bunch of dorks. That's just what we do.
That's right.
Can't be a Geck without the dorkness.
I like it better than Granny's Chinwag. So, yeah, that I'm going to kind of change the name of this segment to that. It will be under that name in the playlist. So, anyway, have you got any news, Zino?
I got since you guys already know about my base, like my corrupted file, I finally got that base placed. It's not on Venera, sadly. I tried different locations for it and just wouldn't place right. Because it's almost impossible to get your base computer to actually be perfectly aligned and also facing the correct direction to put it down. So I kept kind of running around, and all of a sudden, bam, it looked almost identical to the spot I would have had for Venera. Now, I did have to fix one building to adjust to the spot, but I'd rather fix just one building than the entire plot. And it was almost perfect fit, and I just said, screw it. It wasn't the cool wheel that I used to have, and there is actually cool wheels on that planet, but however, the ones I investigated didn't have the right land cut that I needed. So I used there's these eggs. They're dangerous. So if someone does come to my base and shoot them, yes, we're gonna have Daisy Butterfields all over the darn place. But that's okay. Which are those weird? What do you call those things? What are they actually authentically called?
Whispering eggs.
Whispering eggs. Thank you. Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
I call them Butterfields because I'm stupid, but that's okay.
Oh, monstrosities.
Yeah, those things. So those pop out of the ground if you shoot them. But like anyone who visits my base, they don't care.
Feel free.
And if they do, then I just jump on the roof and go, hey, you're funny. You know. I mean, they can spat at me, but that's about it. But it's beautiful there. You're actually
talking about moving a base from one save into another.
Well, that's because my original base was corrupted, and was it corrupted? It was like layers upon layers of the same wall repeated over and over, and I never placed them like that. It just was that bad off. You know what I mean?
There is trials and tribulations with it.
The corruption of my save is what taught us to be able to move bases like that, or at least for us specifically. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that's probably like, oh, well, you could have just done this or with this program, but see, when you're panicking to get all your stuff off of a save that's corrupted, you're not going to sit there and do a lot of research, okay? Because you don't have time to do that type of research. So for us, we had to kind of trial and error a lot. And I do have a video on how to do it, although there's some comical results, so.
Dearie me. Have you had any questions from anyone, Zino?
No? If I have any cool eggs. For 2 years on Reddit, I've been asked, hey, do you have sense? Which I don't mind doing, but you know how many requests? There was one day I had 24 requests, Granny. It was insane.
You probably get more now that we've mentioned it.
Granny, why are you like this now? Okay, by the way, they're all dead. Shh, don't tell them that they're actually alive, okay? Shh, it's okay, it's okay. No one knows.
Oh dear. Well,
no one has to know the secret.
I've had a couple of questions this week, and
shoot.
Someone was asking me about how do you copy the multi-tool in the expedition.
I sense a conspicuous jump cut.
No, I made a video on it.
Oh,
because,
okay. I was going to say, conspicuous jump cut, is it, Granny?
No. What happened is I did make a video on copying the multi-tool and ship, right? But that video was sort of partway through the game when I went back to the anomaly and the options were there, right? So the thing is that the Terminus changes throughout the expedition. So when you first go there, the option isn't there. So I've made a new video and I'll link it in the description box, Expedition Terminus in Context, because in it I start right at the beginning. I'm using footage from my Titan expedition, and I've cut the expedition part of it out, basically. But I've put in there from beginning the expedition right through to claiming everything. And it is kind of complicated. I wasn't really thinking about it that much during the expedition. But when
Yeah,
I
you
went
just kind of went to the moves, you know what I mean? Like, just went to
yeah,
the movements, that's about it. And then it also, like, when it was asked. Now, for me, like, I just hit yes pretty much everything, because you know that you're going to have to go through the process anyway. It's
well,
okay.
you start yours as a new save.
Well, I do, yeah, but I'm talking about when I
Yes,
watched it from your perspective. You
yes,
were on the Nexus, or the anomaly, then all of a sudden when you hit that yes button, you got summoned to the expedition point, like at the very beginning of it, like I did.
yes,
And
yes.
then after I think phase 2, which you could revisit the anomaly, is when you could finally do the process she's going to explain here in a second.
That's right. I'm not going to explain it here. It's in the video. So I was just letting people know that that has been a question that I've had a couple of times, and I've made a video, and it's in context of following an expedition through to the end and the things that happen at the terminus. I hope it's helpful because it is a little bit confusing. The other thing is, I have started new expeditions without that option of the terminus. And to be honest, I don't think it's much harder.
No, not at
Suddenly.
all. That, and I feel a lot
It,
safer because my
I
save
mean,
being so screwed so many times.
yeah, I've never had any problems with it
Yeah.
ever. But, honestly, by the time you can get all your stuff out of the Nexus, which is what we call the anomaly for some weird, interesting reason, we've already got a lot of resources. I mean, it's handy, I guess, with expansion units, and there's a few things that help you out if you want to use them.
Yeah.
Like buried data. What's it called?
Salvage data?
Salvage data, yeah. Then make a nonite farm. So there are things you can take in that are helpful, but it's not a lot harder not having that feature. I guess the main thing is if you want to do all your expeditions on one save, then that's pretty cool. But you could run out of ship space after a few, couldn't you?
Well, they've actually added slots for that now.
There's 12. I mean, I have real problems with it. I wish that they would make a hangar, like you could build a hangar on your base and put all your excess ships in there and carry 12 around with you.
I swear to God they actually did make that bigger, but I could be wrong.
They made it bigger in your freighter, but anyway, you can't park them in there and then go and get another 12 in your inventory because it's only that 12. So what I mean is a hangar, you can have it at any base, like an extra building or a thing. And then
I thought
you
Kel sent me a tell about having extra slots available now for...
Originally you could have 8, and now you can have 12. So that's true. Yes.
Oh, okay. Because
That's
I
true.
was going insane. I was like, yeah.
Besides the amount that you can have in your inventory, I'm thinking you could build a really nice aerospace base. That'd be nice. And have a hangar. And you can put excess ships in there that you're not using at the moment, like your exotics and things.
Yeah.
The ones you don't want to get rid of. You can collect them. It would be awesome without having to throw them out. And then you could exchange them into your inventory of 12 ships if you want to.
Yeah.
And same with multi-tools. You could have a tool rack or a toolbox where you could put excess multi-tools, because I've got loads of multi-tools that I've had to get rid of, and sometimes I've really regretted it, like I had a whole collection of
Well, what they could also do is, like, if they feel like there's too many inventory slots they can't implement for some odd reason, why not, like, make it into a Wonders catalog? Like, you discovered that particular design, and then, like, you could turn it into a holographic display on your cursor, and then when you place it on the wall, it fully materializes as that gun. So like if they don't want to put it as a slot, maybe you could put it as a trophy display kind of model.
Yeah, but not as a slot. I'm not saying extra slots in the inventory, but like a toolbox that you can just put them into, and then you can take them out and use them and swap them for ones in your inventory if you want to.
Johnny, that would be a good one.
But that idea is good too, what you just said, you know, but then would you be able to use those multi-tools?
Well, not if you turn them into a display. Once they dissolve into a wonders, I guess you could technically display almost like a replica or a print of your current gun on, or stave, or whatever the hell it's going to be, super awesome blade from, I don't know, from the void, and then put it on there, you know.
Another alternative is having a ship and multi-tool discovery in the Wonders catalogue, like you were saying, kind of. That'd be cool too.
Just a display of it. It doesn't have to be necessarily a gun that can be used again or something like that. Like the model already exists. You could just have the graphic displayed up there, but you can't rip it off the wall or something.
I get all nostalgic for some of my old alien multi-tools, and I want them back. And I forgot where I got them from.
Well, I have a stick.
It's not thinking. Yeah, they're okay. I like alien multi-tools.
You know me, I just skim on the edges. I go, okay, do I have gun? Yep, okay, it's done. Do I have ship? Yep, okay, I could leave the atmosphere. Do I have a base? Yeah, I have that. That's okay, I'm good. Yeah.
I like all the multi-tools, I guess. The runic ones are good, and I haven't used one of those in ages.
And some people get obsessed with those weird power boxes or whatever they're called. It's some kind of like super slot that's in your ship or your gun. But anyway, they'll say, oh, I want it to look like this. I want it to be a T-shape or a grid. I want it to be a box.
I just fill the whole lot out in the game file.
Well, you do. All I do is say, okay, did I get a ship? Yep. Is it a C-class? Okay, I'll upgrade it, the thing, fly around. Yay, I can shoot things. You know, I don't care about min-maxing. I really don't. Yeah.
You know, I don't normally play with that. It was just like, I wonder what would happen if I do this. Will I break the game? And I didn't. It was really fun.
But yeah,
anyway,
I break the game for having one multi-tool, one ship, one base.
Another question I was asked was, does the motion sensor door still work? And this was because I've got a video called How to Lock Your Motion Sensor Doors. I haven't tested it out, to be honest. I've been meaning to all week, but I haven't gotten around to it.
When you just pull the plug, the end.
No. But you were telling me, Zino, that there's a guild member that built that recently and it was fine.
Yeah. Snatchy was able to help with X. No, I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm sorry, X. But X Machina, it's something else. Macarena, Ocarina of Time. I don't know. Okay, just one of those pronunciations, and he's probably gonna come in here and be like, Zinoviya, how dare you? That's okay. But he was the one who made the door recently, and
it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. So. If anyone wants to test it for me and let me know, because I had loads of comments when I put that video up. Thank you. This is so awesome. I've finally got it working, you know, and so I didn't think there was a problem with the way I did it. And I've used it heaps of times, you know, so it obviously works for me. So something recent may have changed. So if someone wants to volunteer to follow that video, I'll link it in the description box. That'd be really awesome, and let me know if they got it working. So I'll be really happy. And the other question was, does the scale glitch still work?
She definitely was not happy with kind of the slightly adjusted results, because it's all about timing, and I can get where the frustration. Trust me, I have an entire video, nothing about me trying to place it down then. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, she was like, oh, it's really easy. And I'm watching her just finessely put it down. I'm still struggling on the first panel. Yeah, that took a
well,
while.
you know that I could do it, just bam. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
when,
absolutely you could. Go
yeah,
with finesse.
we did
Somersault.
try to make
Yeah.
that video multiplayer, but I forgot to record it. So I had to go back and redo it on my own. But
Oh, okay.
but even when I went back and I'd practiced a bit trying to do it with you, it was still not as easy as what it was before. And I absolutely think
It's still
that the
doable,
timing,
just not. Yeah, it's timing. Trust me, it's timing.
well, by the end of the video, I was able to do it pretty good. I think the timing has changed slightly.
It's enough to throw you off, though. So, like, if you were used
It
to the
is.
old technique, it's going to
Yes,
still catch
because
you off guard. That's for sure.
because you put it into your muscle memory. Once you've got it, you can do it automatically, and then when it changes, it's like really weird. It was really hard.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Like, there's things I cannot remember, but my muscle memory will trigger off. Yeah.
changing gears in a car, isn't it? So
Mm-hmm.
that is the answer to that. Yes, the scale glitch still works, but it's a bit different. And I can't even say how different it is. It's so minutely different, but it does interfere with you.
Yeah, it's going to throw you off. You can do it. It has been proven by the granny. She has a video on it.
I have.
Round 2, but it still worked.
It's a good video, actually. It's not just about that. It's also about how you can wire up huge, scaled up base parts. Like I did a huge solar panel.
Well, I thought you got a question on that, didn't you? Or did you not?
No, I didn't. I just tried
okay.
it out.
Okay.
I wanted to see if I could still do it. And actually, that has changed as well.
No, I thought you said it was a comment on the teensy weensy one. Like a.
Yes, that was just about whether the scale glitch still works. The wiring up part is separate.
Oh, was it? Okay.
The big scaled up, say, solar panel doesn't have a connection point. Whereas if you shrink it down, it still has a connection point. So you can still wire up little things the same way, but big things you can't. So you've got to connect it to the electricity by tricking it, you see. And the tricks that I used to have didn't work anymore. So I found a new trick, and that is also in the scale glitch video. So I'll put that in the box as well. I think
we're wrapped up, honestly.
Have you got anything else to say, Zino?
I just want to say thank you to Good Guys Free, Professor Cynical, Captain Steve, everybody out there who watches too. Like, come on. For all the support and love.
A great community, isn't it?
They're a great community, but talk more, guys. Please, we'd love to hear from you. Please, speak. We actually want to hear from you, genuinely. Like, don't be afraid to talk. Some of you actually did reach out to Granny about questions, sure, but I mean, we want to hear about your adventures. Tell us things, even if it's not related to the video. Just tell us things. We would like to hear from you, like, genuinely.
I'll put my Discord link in there as well, maybe. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
If anyone loves the game and wants to, do multiplayer stuff sometimes, then my Discord is, that's what I intended to do in the beginning. But there's only a handful of us that actually really interact. So we're meant to be a community hub. Ramblers 256, our hubby's in the 256 Galaxy, Odiolutai. The idea was we were going to have community events and things, but it's sort of gone a bit lame, hasn't it, Zino? It's just
that we can't get them to interact. That's the thing. I'm just saying this from an outside perspective, okay? Heart, soul, and mind embodiment of the Noravian EverQuest person, and we were highly social. We had over 200 people in stacks of guild raids. Okay, we're taking down the deities of the game were taking down dragons, and then I come here and it's just radio silence. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Everyone's super nice though. When you like cross them in the Nexus and such, or the anomaly, they'll give you stuff. They'll help you out. They're actually, you can tell that they're nice. But it's just, I don't know why that I go into so many No Man's Sky related channels and they're all quiet. Yeah, guys, seriously, this is the time. Speak. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Tell us the stories, where you're from, games you enjoy. You know, I don't care. Just tell me. Talk to us.
We could make this a build planet for the new base parts. How about that? You know, like have a theme of ruins on this planet.
Granny, you have me sold. It has bubbles.
Look at it's beautiful, isn't it? I love these. There could be more parts in this ruin stuff. That'd be great.
They probably eventually will, Granny.
And I wish you could change the colour of the bits that light up. You could have yellow and red and orange and purple. Wouldn't that be cool?
Granny is all about the build parts, but you know what I requested when I went to the Zen desk? I asked for trampolines.
Oh, trampolines, that would be awesome.
Trampolines and big wheelers, Granny. That's what I asked for at the Zen desk. You see where I am with the whole game. See, I want an exocraft that fits the whole Gek motif. I said there's too many big people or big tall people. You know, those types of vehicles where they're like super vroom vroom, awesome bling bling. I don't care about that. I want my big wheeler.
I put the glyphs on here. There they are.
Why do you like this? Yeah.
It's in Euclid, guys. So let's have a bases themed on the ruins.
There you go, I guess.
You can use the other base parts. I'm just going to go down and show you what I did.
I'm going to have to just take a picture of these glyphs and then put them on my screen because of my border.
See, I brought in a armature for the globe, and I'm going to incorporate some of the ruin parts into it. I don't know how yet, right? But I didn't want to have to build the whole thing again from scratch, so I've just got it as a base save, so I can just bring it over.
Yeah, she
got
already
a
built
video
the
on
preset.
that.
Oh yeah, I fell through it. You probably cut that out where I was falling through your structure on accident.
It was good fun, that was.
Oh yeah. Oh, God, that was like long ago now at this point.
I enjoyed this. It was a nice base parts. And yeah.
You know, the funny part is I got all this stuff unlocked, but have I actually built anything with it? No. Granny will have all this stuff unlocked. I'll be just sitting there on it.
Come build with me on one of yonder hills. It'd
Don't
be
worry,
so
Granny.
nice.
It's going to be a free placement build. You're going to be like coming back. Oh, God, it's a graveyard. You know, because it's going to look like misaligned stones everywhere. And it's going to...
It would be great. These base parts don't have that placement, so...
Please, if anyone else builds, please get with Granny. Please, please, get her. She wants to have you. Trust me.
Come and build a base.
Remember, I only have one save, so eventually I will run out and I will not make another save. I don't want another save.
Why? What about Gek Pirates?
Well, Gek Pirates, that's us filming together, though. That's not a permanent save. Like,
it could be. You could come and do a Gek Pirate ruin base on here. It'd be cool.
you do realize I will build on Minecraft before I will be okay to build on No Man's Sky, right? That menu. Because then there's all these techniques and stringy things.
Yeah.
Granny loves it. And it's funny because I'm on the other side of it, like, oh God, no.
But it's so tempting, isn't it? This is such a bubblicious planet.
No, I'm really happy to see this Christmas ornament from afar. I loved it. I was very happy not having to put any walls up at a Hall Granny. I was very happy with the prefab.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I think we've covered everything, and
yeah, I really believe we did. Other than just adding, well, I just wanted to thank everybody, you know. So.
And I'm officially making this a ruin inspired build planet. So if anyone wants to come and build a ruin inspired build on here, that'd be awesome.
It'll be actually really pretty because you
Yeah.
wouldn't believe. Oh god. Oh god, Granny, you haven't seen it yet on Centralia, but that's it for another video. Oh god, is it for another
Yeah.
video? All right. Well, talk soon,
Awesome.
guys. Thank you,
Yeah.
and hope to hear from
Thanks.
you and your adventures and your stories. Please,
Thanks for
I would love to hear
watching.
it.
Please let us know if you've got any questions, if you've had any problems with anything.
I don't know what's going on with the multiplayer. It's been just atrocious.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a pain, hasn't it? When Professor Cynical's video's out, I'll put it in the description box too if you want to see what.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can see which shoe came first, second, and third. Yeah, in our voting.
And which one was the worst? I love the reactions to that one. That was great. Oh god.
Anyway.
Yep. All right, that wraps it up. Talk soon. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye.